Hey everyone, welcome to another ListedKit walkthrough. Today we're going to be talking about how you and your team can use ListedKit together to collaborate on your deals, get visibility into every transaction that's happening across your team, and just make sure nothing falls through when a teammate maybe has to take sick or is doing some work that you want to have visibility into. So the first thing we want to talk about is setting up your team. I'm currently in the settings menu and I'm going to click over to users. And here is where I can start inviting team members and actually giving them access to ListedKit. As you can see here, I've already invited some team members and they have different roles, and I'm going to walk through that in a second. But to invite a team member, all you do is you click on add user and you'll see a little pop-up to invite them with their email address and set their role. And you can even immediately add them as a collaborator to any deal you want to. Let's talk about the different roles you can assign to users. So I have these role definitions up here that you can take a look at, but very simply, when I create a ListedKit account, whether I am the team admin, I'm the broker, or I'm a head TC of a TC team, I get assigned as the owner. The account is tied to me, and I can manage the entire account from buying credits, inviting other team members, starting deals, and even I can see every single transaction in the account no matter who starts it. We have a role called the super admin that's very similar to the owner role. The super admin can also buy credits, invite team members, see every deal in the account. The only difference is the super admin cannot delete the owner off the account since the whole account is tied to that owner role. The admin role that we have is a step below where the admin can still invite people, see every deal in the account, but they cannot buy credits. That's the one limitation that the admin has. And then the user is the most focused role, where the user can only see deals that an admin, a super admin, or an owner puts them onto, or a deal they start themselves. So their account is very focused to the deals that they are running, and they don't get visibility into anyone else's deals. So you can see here in the background, I've kind of set up my account to how a typical team uses ListedKit, where Karan, the owner, would typically be your broker or your team lead who owns the account, who buys credits for everyone and kind of runs the show. Then I have two of my admins who are typically a TC or an ops person or just an administrator who need visibility into all the deals and can jump in wherever required, but you know, also have the freedom to buy more credits in case I'm busy and I can't be there to swipe the card. And then typically our agents are being invited as users. The agents only need to see deals that they start themselves or deals that the admins start for the agent and then assign them to that layer. We also see in TC teams if there's like an assistant who needs to kind of be more focused, they have the same setup. So it's that simple. You just add a user, they get an email invite in their inbox, they click the accept link, and then they can jump into their account. I will let you know if you are a team and you are considering ListedKit and all of you are signing up on different email addresses to try out ListedKit, you will have to reach out to us for us to kind of merge your accounts together or like reset your accounts so you can all join on the same team. That's something you should keep in mind. So if you can, I would avoid starting a bunch of accounts on different email addresses. But if you do, just reach out to us and we'll help you out. But yeah, once your account is set up and you have your team on board, there's a bunch of cool things you can now do with ListedKit. So let's see. First, I want to talk about here, jumping into a deal, kind of what are the different things you can do. So number one is once your team is all on ListedKit, you can actually, if I move myself here, you can invite team members onto a transaction and add them as collaborators. When you do so, all deadlines associated with the deal will now show up on their dashboard. It's kind of an assumption that now you are involved in this deal and you need to be aware of the timeline. And now you can assign tasks and make them due for different users on the team. So you can see here, I added Karan admin one as a user, and then I told Ava, I'm taking off from today till the end of the month. Can you assign all the tasks due then to admin one? Ava went through and assigned these tasks that are due in the end of May to Karan admin one. You can also go into notes and leave notes for each other where you can tag each other. Here, I just gave Quran admin one a note that I'm taking off starting today. Please check in with the buyers this Friday. And if the admin signs in, they can see these notes and be fully aligned. What's cool is in this deal, when Quran and admin and I are working in parallel, he will have his own chat with Ava, and so will I. So we can chat with Ava together and work on the same deal at the same time. And any changes that you see will be reflected on the right, whether it's the emails that are going out, sitting in the outbox, or if, a task is moved around. So while the chats are separate and you can work together at the same time, typically anything you're doing related to the deal does get reflected on the right-hand side. So you should have the visibility into kind of who's doing what. Now I want to talk about dashboards. So the dashboard is pretty simple. The My Tasks and My Deadlines section are solely for the deals that you are a collaborator on. Whether you're an owner or a super admin, doesn't matter what deals you can see in the rest of the account. If a task is literally assigned to you, only then it will show up under My Tasks. And unless you are specifically put onto a deal, those deadlines won't show up unless you're set up that way. So if you are an owner who wants to track a specific deal, make sure to go into those deals and actually put yourself on there. And then you'll see under the My Tasks and My Deadlines kind of everything that's related to you. It can get really overwhelming as a owner or super admin who has like 50 deals going on to see everything if it's not related to you. So we kind of made that decision to like be very intentional about the tasks and the deadlines you see. However, if you are an owner, super admin, or admin, your upcoming closings and active listings will have every deal in the account, which will give you a nice bird's eye view of kind of all the transactions that are coming up and that you have to be aware of. As well as on the left-hand navigation over here, you'll see all the listings and all the deals kind of going on. So you can jump in and take a peek at any deal at any time. If you're a user, this will be very limited on the left and in this list to kind of only the deals that you have been put onto, so you aren't bogged down by deals that you have nothing to do with. And that's kind of the balance we strike with how teams are able to figure out what they need to do today. I want to jump back into settings and talk about one last aspect of team collaboration. In the task templates, you can actually preemptively go in and, as an owner or an admin, create task templates that kind of match your process and pre-assign them to certain people. Then, when you apply this template onto a deal, those people automatically get those tasks assigned to them and they get pulled into the deal as a collaborator. You can create templates and share them with your team so anybody can apply these templates when they're setting up their deals. This is super helpful for our ops people who are trying to standardize their processes across their team. Templates can now be created and then shared with everybody. And that also applies, if I can quickly navigate there, to email templates. So if you're setting up a team for your setting up your team for your brokerage, you can set up your templates and then share all of them with your team. So anybody writing an email, their Ava will have access to your templates and they can use them freely. So this has been a quick rundown of everything you can do as a team inside ListedKit. There are obviously some smaller features that I haven't covered here. Really recommend if you are a team considering ListedKit, jump in there, set each other up, invite your whole team on, and try collaborating. And we're always open to feedback on making this experience better.